Hey guys, welcome back to
There's
another.
nothing to repeat.
Nothing to repeat.
Nothing to repeat here.
Dios mío.
That's you.
Welcome back to another episode of the Big Classic Podcast. How you doing, brother?
What's up, homie?
All right,
How you
welcome.
doing?
My man G. With
What's
his
up,
shirt,
bro?
with his big brother shirt on. Not quite found out the sleeves, but he getting
You got that
there.
extra medium on. That extra medium, bro.
9X.
He's all excited because he's about 11 pounds heavier than when last time he was on here. So he got excited, put the big sports shirt on. But hope everyone's week was great. How was yours, Rashad?
Pretty damn. It just got started. So how's the week going?
Huh?
How was
It's
last
Monday.
week?
He didn't
How was
say
the
last
week?
week. He said how was the week?
How was your week?
How, my last week?
He's so difficult.
So confused.
I mean,
So confusing.
it's a confusing world we live in.
Oh, man.
Question.
Oh my
Off
god.
topic. Question.
I'm listening.
If you have to go to jail,
I'm not killing myself.
Man.
I'm killing
is it
myself.
better?
I'm killing myself.
Is it better?
I'm not going to jail.
Is it better to fight when your cellie is trying to force himself on you, or is it better to relax and massage your muscles so you don't?
What is really? Say that on Tuesday's podcast, bro. Y'all can talk about that on Tuesday.
I was just thinking,
Yeah, it's just serious.
That's a really life or death question.
Bro, you been hanging out with the primers again.
Oh, never.
I want to bring
All right.
that part out too. So.
y'all gonna bring that in?
No.
Why?
No,
It's
fuck.
like great.
No.
It's fucking awesome.
No.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
They're like, wait, what were they talking about again?
All right, well, in that case, we ain't gonna put it in there. You shit yourself, then make sure they
I'm
get.
talking about the primers part. You keep that part. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
So, people, we've had a good response. We have our Renaissance Transformation Contest going on right now. We've had a good response this week, but we need more. We need you to jump in there, join. It's only $79. You're getting an amazing product in Shred 'em. Our fat burner, where you control the stimulus. The fat burning formula is separate from the stimulant formula. You control it. So if you want a lot of stimulant, like a lot of caffeine, a lot of mood enhancement, and take a lot of the red. If you don't want any, take none of the red, take only the black, and you'll get the fat burning formula with no stimulant at all. So that is a unique portion of our product. You need to try it. I'm telling you, you'll love it. $79. You get to join into a contest where you're getting an opportunity to win
2 floor seats to see Queen Bee herself at the
Beyonce.
FedEx Center and at the FedEx Arena in DC. It's going to be freaking
in August, right?
In August.
Surfboard.
In August.
Surfboard.
Oh, Jesus. He's drunk in love over there, bro. He's drunk in love over there. But
Man.
this is going to be a phenomenal thing, man. We are selling out the opportunity to get in this contest quickly. So please join in as soon as you possibly can, because after March 31st, the price goes from $79 to $129.
Right.
So the price is going to go about $50. So if you can get in now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sasha Fierce.
Rashad, what's your favorite Beyonce song?
Shit, if I had to pick one, probably Check Up On It with Slim Thug.
Check up one. How about you?
Single ladies, they're my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right. Well,
What about soldiers? Like,
You like soldiers?
you like soldiers?
every
I
time.
know.
Jam.
Interesting thing!
Yeah, the fuck
Bro, save that for Tuesday.
No,
Save it for
Yeah,
Tuesday.
we're gonna save it. But I feel like she's talking to me.
Right.
I mean, but she's talking to me. I need
You
to
sing
sing.
along, don't you?
I do not.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Sometimes.
You sing along.
He's like, if I was a bull.
That's Sierra. That's Sierra.
Beyonce has
Not.
two.
It's Beyonce.
It's Beyonce. And to the left, to the left.
And Sierra is
Everybody.
like a boy.
Yeah.
Like a boy.
Yeah. Well, no secret. Mine is ego.
Do you sing that? Like, you sing
In the
it?
shower?
Yeah, I got a big ego. Such a big
You make your lip do that too while you're
Either way, click the link below. Join in the
He
festivities.
talks that shit because he can back it up.
See what I mean?
Again, click the link below. Make sure you get in. Get your opportunity to win 2 tickets to see Beyonce in DC at the FedEx Center.
Take that.
With a Redskins or the Commanders? Where the Commanders play? Yeah.
Commanders.
That place. It's
Redskins
huge.
anymore.
It's a great place. Not the Redskins anymore. It's the Commanders.
Absolutely.
And Magic Johnson might be owning them at the end of the week.
Really?
He's the front runner right now. They're beating out Bezos.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ever listen to Power 99 and you hear that guy, he'll be like, Philly, Delaware. You should promote it like that. Like, Delaware, Renaissance, Beyonce tickets to that. And then,
But we're not.
I know that, but we're in Delaware, so do like all around the world.
So here's the thing, though, right?
What's wrong with that?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is Delaware?
Doesn't
Is
matter.
that's the
We
question.
can
Where?
put them on the map. We can put Delaware.
The president of the United States of America is from Delaware.
He's
He's the president of the United.
he is, but he's a little bit
He's a
different.
little bit what?
Different.
He's the president.
He is.
President.
He shuts down traffic
All
when
right,
he
he's
pulls
the
up.
president. That's- so everybody knows about Delaware.
They do.
They should know.
They
about
should know.
Delaware.
That is true, though.
They
People are like, what's
should.
Delaware?
But when I used to travel,
And they say, where's that?
Delaware. Oh, is that's town in Ohio? That city in Ohio?
Well, hold on. Somebody showed a picture.
It is the first state.
There is literally 7 places, mostly on the East Coast, named Delaware, in bigger states, smaller states.
Really?
Yeah. So when somebody said, "Oh, that one place in Ohio," there's a place in Ohio called Delaware.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
that's
I know.
why he said that.
I know. That's what I said.
So they said South. It was not South Carolina, North Carolina, and like 5 other states.
North Carolina is not Delaware. It's Wilmington.
No. There's a
Delaware.
place.
Is there a Delaware
There's
in
a
North
Delaware,
Carolina?
yeah.
Wow.
You know what's really interesting? Is Delaware has a population of 900,000. Washington, D.C. has got more people than does Delaware.
That's because crime. That's why crime's so high. Everybody hot.
In the same place.
They on top of each other. you ever going to? I mean, it is no wonder why crime is so high in the hood. I go down in Southbridge area.
Oh,
and you
man.
be looking at the. I mean, that's not even that bad. Actually, down there by where the old St. Paul's School used to be.
I don't know.
Fourth. Fourth.
Oh, you talking about West Side?
It's West Side. Fourth quarter.
On a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
crazy.
man, listen.
Nighttime, it was
But what I'm saying is like all the houses are stacked so close
Yeah,
together. You can hear what 3 houses down doing in their house while you're sitting in your house. It's crazy. I'd be mad too.
It's bad.
Yeah, I
I
don't
love the
know
city.
about that.
I'm telling
You
you,
didn't
it's
grow up in the
terrible.
city,
No, I lived in Baltimore City, but we lived in
No.
Yellow House at the corner, bro.
so I'm the only one.
Then you
that
walk
grew up in the
like
city.
5 blocks down the street, every house is boarded up.
So,
Yeah.
true story.
Baltimore, it's crazy.
In my house in Baltimore, or my grandparents' house in Baltimore, my grandparents were like the first house built where they were, and then the neighborhood filled it out. So their house, I think they built in like late 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And then they put the elementary school across the street from my grandparents' house. Changed everything. I mean, everything about East Baltimore changed. And,
In a negative way.
Yeah, not in a good way.
That's
Well,
great city
because
life.
when I knew
Yeah.
my family came, I had a part of my family that lived in Baltimore, and when I was a kid, we would go down there and play outside for hours. Never any problems.
Right.
That same area now is barely livable.
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Port Norris, New Jersey. So you probably, where the hell's that? Port Norris.
What is it? What type of lifestyle?
So it's country, real
Rural?
country.
Okay.
Royals, woods, mosquitoes,
Right on the
strawberry
water, yeah.
flies, mushrats, shit like that.
Oh, that's
Nice.
dope.
It's real bad.
Nice.
It's real
You know, my
pissing at outhouses and taking buckets to the man.
Yeah,
that.
So at,
I'm serious.
so at Halloween, what did y'all do?
We trick or treat, but we had to walk like 100 miles to get to the house. It was like that, but it was spooky at night because there's trees. So when you walk down like the street with nothing but trees, we would do this thing. We're like, dog. There's no dog. We just everybody run falling over their costumes and shit. But
Nice.
I mean, it was dope. Good experience. You get to smell the firewood burning outside. All
Yeah.
kinds of shit. It's
watch
country.
out for the crosses and stuff
Yeah.
burning.
Yeah, it was. Well, I mean, it was like Christopher Maryland movie.
Oh,
It was a joke, bro. It was a joke.
But if you go into another part of town, like outside of Port Norris, called Laurel Lake, that was
You
like,
dealt with some racial tension?
yeah, that was like crazy there. And we played baseball there when we were kids, so
That was one thing about growing up in East Baltimore, bro. We played every sport.
Really?
Yeah.
Like we played football in the street, we played baseball in the street,
Yeah.
we played basketball. Obviously, played basketball. We played basketball in the alleys,
did you have crates?
bruh.
I know you like
Bruh.
crates, yeah.
Bruh,
You were like LeBron
Listen,
James with that.
Everybody was Jordan under crazy, bro.
Those Spanish girls running around with jellies on.
Yeah, there were no
dresses.
Spanish girls, bro.
Yeah. Y'all didn't have that?
Only black girls.
We
bro.
did. We had that.
Well, you're in Jersey.
But still, we had like farm, like it was like chickens and shit running
Yeah,
around.
none
We
of
didn't
that.
have that.
Shit, we played, so Walter Picard Elementary School was where we played back there, we played basketball. So we were allowed to play outside literally till the lights came on.
Of course.
Lights came on, my grandmother would come to the porch, Walter! And we could hear that, when she called, everybody come to my grandma's house. In the summertime, it would be, like Baltimore is known to be hot and humid. So it'd be 90 degrees and 90% humidity. So from like 11 a.m. until 2 p.m., everybody would come to my grandparents' house to the basement. Because my family was like, I didn't know who these niggas are you playing with. So we all, play video games in the basement.
Did you guys play in the rain too outside?
Bro, we used to chase bottle caps down the street.
Sneakers, your sneakers
Bruh.
smell like maggots.
We used to go to the top of the block, because 43rd Street's a hill. So we put bottle caps at the top of the hill and race them down the street. With a stick, move out the way, try to get first place at the bottom of the hill, bro, without going in the drain. That's the secret, you gotta,
Fred was like, well, I had
Fred had a
car.
car, right? He wasn't outside playing, bro.
And he was
Fred
like,
was
I
rich.
was going to
He's like, what y'all talking about?
He's like, my father made sure he had the best game.
Right. He had a big wheel, he had the e-brake on his big wheel, It's
You guys been doing those shenanigans? I was learning big words. Hence, big sports. Big Fred. Everything's big. So tell us about your...
Yeah, tell us about your
Tell us
childhood,
about
Fred.
it.
Fred, what was your life like, Fred?
I had family who lived down in 26 in Jessup Street in the hood. My dad owned rental property down there, right? So we used to go down there, hang out. We play stuff like Hot Belt,
We were 16.
Bro,
Take your belt off, let me be champ.
I'm talking, that was probably like 8 or 9. You go down there and you go over to the
You making up some shit.
I'm not making it up.
He wasn't like his sneakers dirty, bro. He was not like his
I
sneakers dirty.
guarantee you can't Google hot belt.
Can't find it.
Nobody.
So everybody, Google hot belt.
Look.
Put it in the description. Put it in your
I'll do it
comment.
right now.
Tell us
Put that shit in the comments. How many people play hot belt?
who played hot belt in this.
Is that the game when you got your ass whooped and not coming in on time?
Hot belt was a game where you hide the belt. Whoever finds the belt first gets the belt. You get to beat as many people as you can until you get back to the.
That is some slave shit.
Oh,
Run with it.
yeah,
You know what comes out of hot belt, hot shapers, running shit down.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that was the game we used to play. As a matter of fact, I almost split my head open trying to run from the girl with the belt that time because I landed on my forehead on the concrete. And my mom picked me up and she said, your cousins, they like this. Don't cry, don't tell nobody, right? And I got this big gash in my forehead right here. And my mom gets there and she's not even like, oh baby, nothing. She goes like this. You're gonna mess up the Easter pictures now. You're messing up the Easter pictures.
I guarantee he was the biggest, littlest cousin.
Right?
That's that shit.
I remember, and some shit you never forget. I remember the first time I got jumped.
Oh man,
Ever.
it's worse.
So
man.
I used to go to this corner store, Mr. Lee's corner store. So in Baltimore, they used to have things on onion pickles. It's literally the onion in vinegar, and they let it sit for weeks. Get onion cold, great in the summertime. So went down to Mr. Lee's, went in and said, what's up, everybody coming in. Go in, got my Pepsi Big Slam, because it was 1992, right? So Shaq came out, right? 1992, got my Pepsi Big Slam, had my oatmeal cream pie, my onion pickle. Got my little brown paper bag, took my soda, walking the street. Had a little herringbone, I was flexing, Little herringbone. Walking across the street, this little dude, I was big as G, maybe Fred, not too big, little guy, come up to me.
What is that? What does that mean?
But that is your joke.
Hold on. Right. Some dude come up to me like, yo, give me your chain. I looked at him, I was like, nigga, you crazy? He's like, give me the chain. I'm like, bruh. So I just keep on walking. Joe, I said, give me your chain. This dude come from behind with the big blue dumpsters. This dude come from behind. Bop! Hit me right in the back of my head. Knocked the Big Slam out. Spashed my freaking oatmeal cream pie. Onion pickle rolling down the street. And I'm getting stomped. They snatched my chain. So I go back to the house. And my grandfather was a cat dropper. So he pulls up and he watches the shit happening. So I get up to the house. He's like, "Where you going?" I'm going to the house. He said, "No. You know who the toys are?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You better go fix it because you can't come back in here
Yep.
until you get whatever they took."
Yep.
Nice.
So I went in, got my little baseball bat, went down to St. George's Apartments. Knocked on his mother, comes to the door. Like, "Your son took my necklace." "No, he didn't. My son, Junior, come here. You took this boy necklace?" I said, "He wearing it right there." She pushed him outside, closed the door. And we get to tussling outside. And then she looked and said, "Okay, y'all had enough." Sent me back on with my necklace. And that was it. That's the only time I ever got jumped.
That's a dope story.
That's a good story.
That's like every
Bruh.
black man's story because that shit happens to all of us probably.
No, it
I
didn't.
didn't have a jump though.
Yeah.
I had a one-on-one, and my thing was when you hit me in the eyes like kryptonite, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I quit running the house. My dad was like, "What's wrong with your eye?" I was like, "Oh." I did that because I was like a crier all the time.
Right.
He said, "Get your goddamn ass back out there." So the boy comes and chases me to my house. So he said, "Let alone let somebody chase you to your house." So I was like, "Fuck." I go back outside, bro. And I'm looking at him. He's like, "What? What's up?" So I come out there, look at my dad. He's like, "Fuck." He's like, "What you gonna do?" Man, I went out there like, you ever see Christmas Story with a little boy?
Yeah.
He's like, "Motherfucker."
Beat his ass.
It was like that. But the thing is, my dad didn't stop it. Nobody stopped it. My mom was like, "Yeah, kick his ass." so my dad is like, wait, you can't cheer the kids on like that. So after I got my victory, went back in, every day thereafter had that respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then I became the bully though. I was like, "What you say?" "You got my lunch today,
The
right?"
confidence. Yeah, the
Yeah, the
confidence.
confidence level goes up. Then nobody don't want to fuck with you.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
We did.
It was like all of us were around the same age. So like most of us were like between 6 and like 8, somewhere around there. And then as time went on, we all had to fight each other at some point. So I think I was around 8, and I had to go through the gauntlet of everybody on the block.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
It was like at least 8 of us. And there was this 9th dude. He was like 13. He was the only one I didn't beat. I was like,
Did the Mike Tyson laugh?
I gotta fight him.
Ball bull.
To this day. Will Williams, that's his name. How you got 2 first names? But Will Williams beat my ass. Still haven't beat him to this day. He probably locked up.
Bro, his name Williams. You
Yeah,
ain't locked up with him. That's that question. he
That's
asked
what
me.
they earlier beginning.
So,
I'm fighting
be a
Will.
good fighter.
You fight.
You fight to try to win.
I'm fighting Will. Get
Oh
that nigga.
man, bro, I'm
He's
telling
like,
you.
"Damn, I lost again."
I'm fighting Will.
Williams. God.
Expensive, bro.
Why would you name your son that though? Like,
Will Williams.
His nickname is WW.
He at the end now.
but nah, this is crazy how like you try to do that stuff today though.
You
Can't
can't,
possible.
bro. It's like kids.
I remember,
When you hear "I'll be back," you be like, I'm out.
Real quick, I'll let you tell your story. I remember when I first moved to Delaware, because I'm from North Philly, so I'm thinking I got away from all this shit or whatever. Y'all familiar with Wilton. And I remember my 9th grade year at William Penn, they was like, "Yo, they were shooting at the basketball court." I'm like, "What?" So the Wilton basketball court, so apparently, this is like, what, 06, I think?
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Jeez.
Yeah, we are mature as fuck.
Never watch Good Times.
I've seen good times.
Okay.
I have the closest person to me in age is 40 in my
Okay.
family, so I grew up older. But they say, "Yeah, so and so got mad, came back with a shotgun and just started shooting up the basketball court." I'm like, I thought we moved away from this, but nah. So even then, like up to today, people just come back, can't take a punch or whatever the case may be. It's just crazy.
And social media has spread across the whole
It's
world,
wild.
so everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah. Punk ass kids, man. I tell you.
You'll be careful saying that on here because they might be like, "Who's that dude?"
Punk
We be
ass
outside
kids.
waiting for your bitch ass. Chitty chitty bang bang.
Shit. Nah, I do remember 8th grade. My boy's talking all this crap to this other guy, and the other kid was talking back to him. We like, "All right, bet we gonna settle it. After school, we walking up to the park, square up, square up." I was like, "Come on, Paul, hit him." And then Paul threw a punch, missed it. Dude goes, bow, right in his face. And Carl goes,
Game over.
I don't want to fight anymore. Oh, fight
He
no,
didn't
man,
watch 3 o'clock
Carl,
hour.
give
Yeah,
up, give
that
up.
was it.
Can't give up like that. He's Paul's like, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm like, all right.
That's crazy.
Yes, you won, Mike. We
They
won
used, to
that.
make, they used to make movies based upon how we lived, though, like 3 o'clock high. Remember that shit? When
3 o'clock
Homeboy,
High, yeah.
remember that? He was waiting at 3 o'clock. Oh, fuck. And everybody lined up in the circle
Yep.
watching them two fight, and he had the brass knuckles.
I remember
That's some bullshit, though. Like, brass knuckles?
Brass knuckles? Who had brass knuckles? I know brass
Hit
knuckles.
me with that.
I think the craziest fight I ever seen in high school, at actual school, is this. You know, I went to predominantly white school, so you know, I was the only black kid on the football team, right? So my senior year, so we got this guy, this kid calls my friend a nigger, right? My friend's like, all right, bet. So we get out to the parking lot, and he's like, I got you, nigga. And he beat this kid until like his blood was everywhere, and everybody was scared to stop him because my brother Sean passed away in 2008. He was beating this kid to a pulp, man, and I was like, holy shit. And when they pulled him off, this kid had nerve damage in the hospital, everything. Because he called me, he's like, who's the nigga now? And nobody would tell
God,
him.
no way. Nobody
Nobody would tell him because like the things everybody was scared of.
Yeah.
Right? Because they like the crazy Negro at school because it was like, no, I mean seriously, because there was
You're right.
It was so many. It was all white. It was all white, and there was like a drop of us.
Yeah.
Like we looked like a fly in the milk in that place, right? You know what I mean? It's like because it was a private school.
Sure.
You know, and at that time, literally every black kid in my class, it was a class of 450 kids. We could all crowd at the end of one table. We could all sit at the end of one table.
Wow.
Yeah, and so, you know, standing up for yourself.
Everybody was on reduced lunch except for you.
I didn't even know what that was.
See what I mean?
I didn't even know what that
He went
was.
to St. Mark's.
My mom,
Everybody had to
like,
pay.
yeah, I mean, I didn't even realize how privileged it was. My mom would give me,
I only know.
my mom would give me $20 every day for lunch. Like, here's $20, go and get lunch. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
man, I couldn't get on reduced lunch.
Shit, mine was a 40 cent.
Mine was $1.30.
Nah, my
40
mom,
cent.
and it would always be the same thing, like 2 sandwiches. You know, I mean, I didn't even think about that kind of stuff. I didn't even think about. My mom had me so spoiled that she saw me with another friend's CDs, and got, you don't ever borrow nobody else's stuff. Gave me an extra $20 for that.
My mom was like, you gotta give it back.
So
Go back to town, buy your own CD.
Exactly. So, but the point is, my fights in school were like, you know, I got in a few fights in school, but I always played sports. So I always played sports. So, you know, like the one fight I got into was right in front of teacher, saw everything. And he was like, Fred, go to class. Suspended the other boy. Now he did start it because I was running through the hallways trying to get to class. I was always running late. Shock.
Yeah, shocker.
Crazy.
So I always running late, and so I run and I bump him. And that dude's Gary follow you. He's a big, tall dude too, right? And Gary follow you. He's following you. I'm like, fuck, all right. So I put my stuff in the room, wait for him to come around the corner, and it was real simple. He swung, I ducked, threw him up against the lockers, threw him on the ground. Teacher pulls me off, throws me in the class. I'm sitting in class like this. Teacher's like, like shaking and shit. And the teacher's like, Fred, you got to wrestle tonight? I'm like, yeah. He goes back out, sends the other kid downstairs and suspends him. Left me in class.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I mean, that was part of my problem growing up. Is I was always so taken care of because of what I was doing. In college, I'm you know, was a world champion powerlifter. So when I went into that area and someone started shit with me, they were in trouble. I wasn't in trouble.
Right.
You know, my father had a great name in the area, so if there was trouble, I wasn't getting in trouble. I remember we got this huge fight at the bowling alley in Pike Creek. Huge fight. Cops pull up and everything. They find out who I am. Go home.
Everybody
Everybody
else.
else in trouble. Go home. You know, my uncle's a judge. Like my name is too good, right? The last name meant too much in this area, and it wasn't until my ex-wife started dating, messing around with this cop, and the name didn't work because they did whatever they needed to do to make sure my ass sat in a holding cell all day long for something I did not do. They talking. I had a witness there that saw me go knock on the door. This chick tells them I barged into the house. Boom. I said, what? I knocked on the door. As soon as I knocked on the door, she opened the door and said, Alex, call the cops.
Oh,
Fred's
wow.
trying to break in.
Oh, shit.
What? What? Because I moved the other chick in with me. As soon as I did that, she's like, oh yeah, fuck you.
There's a problem.
Fuck
There
you.
it is.
And I had somebody with me that could
Corroborate.
absolutely, right, confirm my story. I started to go to court and everything, but I'm sitting in a holding cell, and I said to myself, yeah, you gotta make better decisions. It ain't nobody else's fault because you knew she was upset, yet you still went over to that house to try and have a reasonable conversation because you wanted to do what you wanted to do without thinking what that person was going through. Right? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, this is dumb. And I'm looking at a motherfucker over here who's in jail for no insurance. Motherfucker over here who's in a holding cell because he brought weed to the courthouse. I'm like, that's a dumb
God, that's
motherfucker.
crazy as shit.
But I'm like, how can I judge them if I'm
Right
sitting
there
here
with
too? Right? And I was like, I gotta do better. I gotta do better.
Guys, you ever get into a fight with a handicapped person?
No.
Would you?
What?
I did. Punch me in the face.
Bad decisions.
No.
Good segue.
We were in 8th grade. Now you have the kids that are like in those special needs kids. The one I was cool with. We were real good friends, and I'm drinking my milk, and someone dared him to punch me in the face. My brother was there. I don't know if it was my brother or someone. I was in 7th grade. 8th grade, actually. We're all in 8th grade.
Say 13.
About 13. So we're sitting at the lunch table, and someone dared him to walk over. He had this walk, and he did. So he walks over to me, and he said, G, and I'm like, drink my milk, like, don't be a menace, I'm drinking my shit. And he just was like, wow, milk splatter everywhere. I was embarrassed. So I'm looking at this milk just splatter in slow motion everywhere. So I'm like, oh shit. So I sat there for about 4 seconds, and I was like, what do? Do I whoop his ass? Or I just say, oh, he's handicapped, let the shit go. My brother was like, fuck him up! Bro, I beat the shit out of him like he was a regular person. So then, we get in trouble. But they sent us back to class. Long story short, I'm mad as shit because I got suspended. I've never been suspended, ever. But because there was 2 involved, I get suspended, he gets suspended. So I'm sitting in class, he was in my class for just for that day. So he walks over to my desk, teacher sitting at her desk, just how he's sitting. And he walks over to me and said, G, round 2. And I'm like, what? He hits me again. Wow! But it hurt real bad. I said, you know what, fuck this. I'm already suspended. I'm gonna get an ass whooping when I get home. I'm gonna whoop
Make
his
the
ass.
most out of it.
Bro, I whooped his ass so bad, and then I had him stuck in a trash can. I was on top of him. Boom, boom. Next thing you know, I hear the teacher, get him, help me get him all. So, like, I just lost all, like, thought process of this kid being, his hip was fucked up, so his hip was all in there. So,
Round 2.
I'm not, Lord, forgive me, but he hit me twice. So I beat him up. So then my dad was like, son, did you fuck him up? I was like, yeah, but I'm suspended. So he was like, don't worry about that. We'll just tell your mom something else. So that way I didn't get my ass kicked for fighting. You know what I mean? Because my dad was always like, well, kick their ass. Doesn't matter who it is. But my mom is just like, oh, you need to go tell the teacher that shit. And I'm like, well, he punched me in the face twice.
Right.
So when he did that, bro, and then when I got back to school, they're like, oh, you whooped Nikki's ass. You a bitch. Yeah. I'm like, what? So I'm supposed to let him do what he wants? Nah, I can't fuck that. I whooped his ass. I whooped his ass.
I was lucky, man.
I whooped his ass.
After I got jumped and I went back and found the dudes to beat me up, people would stop fucking with me.
I won't do it again.
Yeah, that was it. People just stop fucking with you. And then I went to private school for high school, but I'm coming from the hood. So I used to catch 36 to the 44 to go to everyone else driving and shit. I'm on the bus, walking from the bus stop.
Yeah, but you're a football star though.
Doesn't matter, bro.
I'm
Don't
saying.
give a fuck.
So-
If anything, that's
Bruh.
worse.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Bruh.
Somebody to pick on.
Bro, so I'm riding this bus. I get up, so I gotta go to the bus. Kids go to city. They go to Dunbar. They go to all these city schools, and here I am on the back of the bus with my slacks and my dress shoes on,
Looking like a target.
looking like a target the
You had
whole
a tie
time.
on too?
Had to.
My
Yeah,
man.
I
Yeah,
wear that. I
remember
wear
that,
that too.
So-
Wear
so-
suit,
You had
tie,
to do that.
blazer and
Only on Wednesday blazers.
You're probably the only one with a whole
Blazer.
tuxedo on during sports.
Right.
Everybody else got a shirt and tie on.
So when
You
when
gonna
they
look good
were
when you
kids,
play football.
when my kid, when my boys found out that I was going, to Gilman, they wouldn't let me get in trouble no more.
That's dope.
You
That's
know,
good friends.
they
That's good
they was like,
friends.
nah, yeah, it's gonna be some my pop off. You can't come off.
That's
That's
good.
dope.
So
That's
it
dope.
was
Got stupid friends. They're like, go ahead and whoop his ass.
right. Yeah, so shout out to the OYC. They definitely help to make me what I
Make your
am.
dreams come true.
But the difference is like where are those neighborhoods now?
Depends.
You know,
Gentrification or worse.
Yeah. Do they even exist anymore where people actually legitimately look out, for
We
each
do
other?
as adults. But this one here had me a couple times. I was fuming. I ain't gonna say why, but I was what? I was on some,
Yeah, well.
and he was like, what good is it gonna do you? You got this,
Exactly.
you got that. And I'm like, fuck you. Okay.
It's fucked up.
But it saved
I
me
mean,
a lot of
it's
trouble.
one of those things that 9 times out of 10, when you react out of anger, you regret the decision you make.
Facts.
9 times out of 10. So
And the worst part is I'm there for you, and I'm younger.
all the time. He calms me down all the time. It's actually to a point where now when I get angry, sometimes I'll actually go to him and ask, should I be this angry about this? Because in my business, when I was younger, when I owned my gym when I was younger, I've thrown people out physically, literally thrown them out. I've taken people that I thought stole from me, took them in the back room, roughed them up, realized, oh, you didn't steal from me, okay.
Knock around.
My bad, dog.
My bad.
And then they end up, I lose a good person.
Right.
This one guy, Greg, he was an amazing employee for me because he was not there for money. He was there just because he simply loved the gym and loved how much weight I helped him lose. So he would try and come, he knew we were broke.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
But
I thought that was gonna be me.
He knew I was broke. And I didn't have any money to do anything. But it wasn't that I couldn't make things happen, it's that everything's hitting you here. When you feel like you got no solution, everything's hitting you here, right? We've had a lot of these talks, right? And I'm just like, all right, look at it from the big picture. What can we do, right? There's always something that can be done. But all I kept saying is I don't have any money. And when you're in that mindset of I don't have any money, you're like, I can't do anything right? So he would tell me stuff like, why don't we just start fixing little stuff like the dials on the bikes so it looks like we got new bikes. Let's paint the equipment so it looks like stuff that doesn't cost much. And he was like, you're buying everybody lunch. Let's not buy nobody lunch unless me and you just buy paint and do this, right? And it made sense. But then something would happen, like the electric bill would come in and it'd be like $3,600. I'm like, I just feel so defeated. And one day he caught me in when I was looking at all the bills. I was like, I don't know how to fucking pay any of this because money's coming in. I can't let my wife know my real financial situation at the time because she was not supportive in that way at all. And I was like, so what am I going to do? And he just hit me with, Fred, I'm telling you, look, it wasn't even like he was telling me, you need to do this. He brought the information to me. I found this, it wasn't eBay or something, I forget what it was at that time. It's only like $6 per thing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Greg, I fucking told you I don't have any money. Now this man literally, the week before, had helped me lay carpet in the middle of the gym, right? Because we had this whole pull-up section where we had pull-ups, dips, and everything, and we put carpet down so people could stretch in that area. And that literally was probably like $100 fix that made the whole gym excited. Oh, they're doing something, And when he brought this next thing to me, I was like, it was just the wrong time. And I was just like, you know what? If you knew what the fuck you were doing, it'd be your fucking gym. It's not your gym. Get the fuck out of my gym. And all that. I mean, just went off. And the guy goes, and he like almost teared up. He's like, all I want to do is help. And he walks out. Never seen him again. Right? Now, if it was now, I would have stopped him and said, look, I'm sorry. But at that time, I had too much pride. I was only 26 years old, right? So, I literally went overnight at 23, had more money than I knew what to do with from just personal training people, And once I got a gym and a house and married, 2 years later, I'm like, the fuck am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
What am I gonna do? I don't have enough money to do anything, right? So, and I got this new baby at home. What am I gonna do? My mortgage is like just barely being paid on time. Like, it was just a depressing time. Dad would help me with everything, but I just got tired of going to him for help.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want him to help me no more. He had helped me out, way too much. So it was just a tough time in my life, and I would just trip on everything. And I had a situation like that today. Like, I have a trainer that helps me and does a great job with me. And I walk in, and this person is sitting there eating, and I'm like, where's our client? On the treadmill. Like, and you're just sitting here eating, why aren't you training them? Right? And I had to take a step back and go, okay, I should expect you to know. But if you had the ambition I had, it would be your company. Right? If it would be her company. It was that person's company.
Maybe.
If they had that ambition, I don't mean like you have a company because you have that level of ambition, right? You always struggle working for somebody because you have that level of ambition. Mm-hmm. You're like, go get her, right? But everybody's not like that.
Right. Maybe
So
as an employee.
some people need to be directed.
Yeah.
Okay? So in her mind, she might be like, he didn't tell me to start this person. Maybe he wants to do body fat with them first. Maybe he wants to do this, or I don't know exactly. What if I start him? It's not what he wanted, right? My rebuttal is, you could have texted me to find out, but I just assume that people don't know what they don't know. So my approach is, I snapped out for a second, pulled her aside, and I said, listen, I appreciate you. You do a great job. You set the expectation super high by how great you've done so far, being with me and working with me. So I apologize for talking to you that way. Can we please have a good day? The rest of the day was great.
Sure.
The old me, like, fuck it, you mad? You bad. Leave.
Get out.
Like, I remember a guy comes up to me and I'm doing cardio. It's like 2004. I'm getting ready for the junior nationals. I'm doing cardio. And he questions his paycheck. I know I did the paycheck right. But there is a chance that I'm human and I made a mistake, right? He come and question the check. This dude is tall shit. I'm on, this ain't somebody here. He's just really
I thought it was one person.
No, it's not here. Not here.
But you know what situation I'm
I know
thinking
Jim,
of.
but he's a mentor now, and I'm thankful he sat me down and was like, look, you just can't talk to people that way. You know what I mean? But this is a guy, way back when, 2004, worked for me, decent trainer, could have been, and he could have been a key part in us going forward, right? He questioned that one check. I'm doing cardio, and I look at him, motherfucker, you questioning my integrity? Are you fucking crazy? In the middle of the gym, in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Yo, I was like, you better take your black ass out of here right now. I was like, that'll be the last check you get from me. Oh, bro, listen, I'm telling you, when I was younger, I was, because, I like first of all, being a trainer and dealing with a few people is a lot different than trying to own a gym and dealing with massive people.
Yeah.
Right? So, before, everybody loved me. Because when you're not really accomplishing a whole lot, everyone loves you, right? When you're the new kid in town, everybody loves you. But once you get established and you become the person that too many people are talking about, then the jealousy sets in, the resentment sets in,
That's right.
and you ain't that dude no more. Now you're the dude that everybody can't stand, right? So, or they do this. They don't know nothing about you, but they do this. He's arrogant and full of himself.
Yeah.
You've never had a conversation with me,
Yeah.
right? So how do you know that?
Because you said you had a big ego.
Because I said my foot is on.
You did say that, right?
I did say that.
You did say that, right?
But and I
Cue
laughed.
music. Cue music.
It's a joke. It's a joke. But
Monetization.
but that's what ends up happening. So now when I get to the gym, I'm not everybody's buddy anymore. The
Right.
same people that used to come in and sit down and talk with me and just laugh for hours and we talk shit about the previous gym owner, now talking shit about me. And I'm like, damn. And the shit used to hurt me. You know? Clients that would drive all the way to South Carolina to support a show I ran in South Carolina. Well, now I'm talking about how shitty of an owner I was. Shit hurt, you know? I'm trying to do the best I can. You got employees that don't open the gym on time. You realize that's all back on you. Don't give a shit about the employee, that's all on you. People at 5 o'clock calling your house. You ain't shit. What?
Sorry, stop.
What I do? It is funny, but I'm serious.
I
Like,
imagine you waking up. Hello? You ain't shit.
what? Yeah, exactly.
What?
Bro,
You like, what is click?
my day, every fucking day I was stressed out.
Oh man.
I go on vacation or go out of town and be like, the minute I hit Delaware again, my chest would tighten up, headaches, everything. I was so stressed out during that time. And there was no peace anywhere, you know, and I would be like, all right, just gotta get in here, and try and do something. Just gotta try and do something. And what changed it for me was I stopped running the gym like a traditional gym. And I started saying, okay, the best thing we got is personal training. We do that better than anybody else in the area. So I fired everybody. Kept 2 people. A personal trainer and my cousin Micah, and the personal trainer and Tony, who helped me change that gym around even before he worked for me. I said, I can trust you 2. Got rid of everybody else. And slowly started building back the bank account. And I was there 17 hours every single day except Sunday, and I had 1 person hired to work on Sunday. And that was it. And I was there every fucking day. Sun up to sundown, 5 a.m. in the morning to 11 p.m. every night. Every single day. And I was in my 20s, so I could do it, right? So I was just there. Michael would help me in the morning. Tony would help me at night. And we would just switch around. I'm gonna make this shake, you train my client. I'm gonna make this shake, you train that client. You know what I mean? And we just do it like that. And we would slowly get back to a point where we started making some money. But it was a crazy time, man. Like, I don't even know how I ran. I was just running on empty because I was like, I gotta make this work for my kid. And I had this new baby at home. I gotta figure out a way to make this work. It's crazy. Crazy time, man. Crazy time.
Yeah, I remember those times, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Bad.
It's
And then when you come out of it, though, it's a big reward.
The meantime.
You know
That's
what
why
I
it's called the
mean?
meantime, because it's mean.
I always have this thing in my head where it's like, I never want to be a used to. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I remember when you used to, or like, I don't want to be that you used to be a used to. I don't want that. And then, you know what I mean? It's just like one of those things where no matter how old you get, no matter how old your business is from where you started, we all have that drive as business owners to advance from what we used to be. And then you got outsiders sometimes who are like, oh, you're doing too much, you're doing this, why don't you sit down? And it's like, I want to do that, but I have goals, I have ambition, and what I have right now isn't good enough yet. You know what I mean? And it's like you put all that work and effort into where you started, and the same effort that you put in when you first started into where you are now, if you put that little bit more effort into it, how much greater your business would be. You know what I mean? And how many people would support it, which is 0. When it comes to like your borderline failed attempt. You'll have words of encouragement from some, but you have a lot in the masses that want to see you fail. Oh, I can't wait till you fail. Oh, you know what I mean? Can I get a discount? Can I do that? But those same people that ask for those handouts and you give it to them, when your business is like on edge, and you go to them and say, hey, look, I think you can pay all that. They're like, I ain't gonna make it this week, or next week, or the week after. As a matter of fact, I probably won't even come back because I found someplace cheaper.
Yeah.
And that's just how business operates and works.
You can't depend on the people
So
you know.
you gotta, it's just you. You have to keep you're the foundation,
Yeah.
and you're the one that has to make everything happen so everybody else can eat.
True story. Shout out to Don Morton. He's my business coach, my life coach. The problem that happens, unfortunately, in a lot of minority businesses is that we become sole proprietors. In other words,
We own our business.
we own the business.
We own our jobs.
But we also are still self-employed. being a business owner and being self-employed are two completely different things.
Yes.
You know, the part of what we're supposed to talk about today is finding friends that are outside of what we normally do. But, you know, having Donald help me to understand that I can be really good as a one-on-one coach, you know, but having other folks around me to create a better environment where I can hire folks, you know, take on a load where I can do what I'm good at, which is be the visionary, which is to get things working and put things in order and put systems in place so that the business can continue to thrive and grow. That part I'm missing out on because I'm still doing day-to-day, one-on-one, working with 25 clients a week, 30 clients a week. So it's hard, but, you know, being able to expand our businesses beyond just us, that's gonna be the key. And it's hard.
I think it becomes hard because we do what we really love to do. So for me, I always struggle with this. New client comes in, like I signed up a person Saturday, and I wanted to train them today. But I was like, you know what? If this person trains with me, they're not going to be able to appreciate my understudy,
Right.
right? Who I'm training to be in a position where he can have his own. So go ahead and train with him. They had a great session because she doesn't know what it's like to train with me. So she enjoyed him. So now when that person comes in 5 o'clock Monday and Thursdays, she's not going to look for me to train her. She's going to look for him. And that's where sometimes you got to get yourself out of the way and say,
Right.
this is a great thing, right? Great thing, because now let me see if I can get 3 more people like that on the schedule for Monday and Thursday. So now he walks in, he's got 3 people, now 4 people. Now let's start working on Tuesday and Friday. Get them 4 in there, and that's got to be the mindset, right? Because we can sign up people all day, but if we're trying to service them all, you're not doing the best job for them because you're burnt
out, right?
You're burnt out, and you're definitely not doing the best thing for them because you're gonna have to push somebody else off that's been with you for how long, right? So it's a constant struggle not to be the bottleneck on your business,
Right.
right? And that's really the key, and we had it killing it. You know, I have my core 6, I call them my core 6, that they've expanded to a point where almost all of them have so many people that they don't even want to take my people anymore, right? So now I'm like, all right, well, I got to develop another group of 6, and build them up, right? But I'm like, this challenge is cool because we're growing to a different level.
Sure.
We're going to a different level. We build those 6. Now I go to my core 6 now and say, you 2 are my best out of the core 6 I got. Let me put you over here at this establishment. And we try opening another one, like, you know, and I had done that, and like that. Right after COVID, we had 4 other centers, and we were doing all right. And certain things happen, mess up, you know, dumbass, get divorced, messed it all up. But we were on a trajectory to crush it. You know, at one point, like, we had this idea that me and my business partner at the time had this idea where we're going to have 30 centers, all doing 100 appointments a week. And we had opened 4. We were getting there, you know. It was just like, so now it's trying to start over, but you know, you know, what's up, Sean, Walter? What's going on? And now G trying to be in the game, trying to get in here and be on the training. But, you know, and that's why it's hard to have people out. To me, it's hard to have friends outside your professional circle, because if you have real goals with your business, it consumes you.
Sure.
Consumes you. So, like, you go out with your boys to have a good time, and I think that's important. But when you're going out with boys that ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing, it's like, it almost feels like a wasted time.
I'll use this perfect example. Like, my best friend from high school is probably two of us, not take it back. I work out the hardest out of all of them. One used to be my training partner, so he's still good. He still works out, but now he got because he had run his own business and whatnot. And then the other one, he just works to stay like the same size he was since high school, which is nothing wrong with that. But when we are all together, they just crack jokes about me working out and blah blah blah. I'm just like, oh man, that's just my life or whatever. But I mean, it's like the same like it was in high school, like same stuff, but it's just like not the same because I was partying, I was doing whatever then. But then the Friendsgiving that I had recently, that you were invited to, that you didn't show up to, but that.
Wait.
Yeah, no.
Wait till I tell you how I
Let me
invited
finish
you.
story. Let me finish
Wait till I
story.
tell you how I invited you.
No. Anyway, when all of us hung out, all of us work out, all of us follow the meal plan at some point, if not currently following it. All of us had goals. Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
not
Shh.
following no goddamn
Shh. That person wasn't there. The person you talking about. But
I'm not talking about V.
okay.
She ain't following no nobody.
Actually, she was because she was getting ready for something. But anyway. But my point is, all of us had a great time together. Just shut up. We all had a great time together because we all had more or less something in common because we see each other in the gym all the time. We
Yeah.
already know what we're all doing.
Right.
It's just like it wasn't this. I'm not saying I didn't have a good time versus my other friends. but
Everybody's
it's like
strong.
different. Exactly.
Ain't about to die. Everybody's strong. That's what you mean.
All right, sure. We all had a common thing. because
Everybody
we all
likes
did.
your macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, you did too, bitch.
Yeah, that shit was bad. That's it. Okay, let me tell you how I invited him. This is what he did. If you want to go, I got.
Nah, that's not what
You want
happened.
to come?
That's not what happened. It's not what happened.
If you want to come,
That's not what happened.
You know when G invited me to his party, you know what he did? This motherfucker called back every day, yo, you come to the party? You come to my birthday party? You come to my party? Are you coming to my party?
I see the flyer.
The day they text me flyer. They text me flyer. Alright, RSVP. Yo, you come to my party? G,
I just wanna make sure.
coming. Nigga, you coming?
I was just checking.
I mean, I didn't invite his friends.
That's
I didn't really talk to you then.
That's because he saw what a great time we all had at my party for New Year's, which you were invited to, but you didn't come. So
You're right,
I
you
was
did.
tired. I went to sleep at 10 o'clock.
Okay, stop.
And
I was working that day. What was you?
and we was working.
I think I worked.
I don't think you did.
I have a lot of things going on. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I worked that day. But yo, that party was it. That party was it.
I was
Yeah.
Good time.
When you
But we signed the bottles. We signed the bottle.
when your
eh?
people, when you
You
have
still got the bottle?
I do have a bottle.
Oh, you got it.
Bottle, yeah.
Okay.
When you have a New Year's Eve party and people are there till 4 in the morning, that's a good ass party. That's a good ass party.
I mean, my best party shit was Hurricane Sandy, right? When it came
What year is that?
My 33rd birthday party, so 44, so 11 years ago, 12 years ago. So, remember Firestones? The riverfront?
Yeah.
I bought the bar
That
outside
was
of
nice.
Firestone.
Oh, that's dope.
My friends are still lying about coming to that party.
I was there.
Ray Hogan wasn't there at all.
He was drunk.
No evidence photos.
That shit was dope.
But those are the good old days, man. I couldn't even walk back. And we had a condo on the riverfront right there in Justin Landon at the time, because she was still in school.
Right.
So they had to carry me, like from Firestone across that little green quad
Damn.
to get to the elevator to go to my damn condo.
Damn.
I slept in the bathtub because it was bad. Bruh, I was so drunk.
Oh shit.
It was bad.
The best New
Project
Year's,
X.
Yeah.
the best New Year's Eve party was probably my first New Year's Eve party as an adult, and this was 18. Nothing has topped it to this day. Went to 5 different parties, DJ'd at 3 of them, and give you the short version because I know we
You DJ?
yeah for like 7 years.
DJ Gumby.
DJ Gumby.
DJ Gumby.
shit.
From 17 to 22,
Cartoon character.
something like that. But anyway, so listen.
That's not 7 years, bro. That matters.
That's why I said never mind. That's why I said never mind.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
I knew it was a 7
You should let
years.
me cut your hair like that when you DJ, so
That
that
was
way,
back in the day. I
You
couldn't.
can do it.
I'm government property.
Okay,
I can't
okay.
do that. So, but anyway, listen. So,
side job.
so first party we go to is Middletown. Went to this dude Armel's house. He was gonna throw the party. He always had parties there. His parents were out of town. He said, "Yo, I need you to DJ." I'm like, "Cool." Set up all my stuff. Get in there. Put on the first song. It was Travis Porter. And as soon as I played the first track, sister comes out saying, "Everybody get the fuck out of the house before I call the cops." Everybody underage drinking or whatever, so we all leave. Mind you, I had my barber with me, the guy you see me train with. There was 2 girls I was trying. One I used to work at Arby's with, was trying to get at her, and she brought her friend. Now, mind you, I got PTSD from people throwing up in my car. Previous car, somebody threw up in my car, and
Man.
all over shit, smelled like dope for 3
Stinks.
months.
Yeah.
3 months. It was in the vents and everything. So I got PTSD. This was like a year prior. So driving, we're leaving Middletown, we're like on a red line road, and She's like, I don't feel good. As soon as I heard that, I swerved to it was like off to a ditch too, so swerve, dive across, throw her door, she still throws up on my door. I'm pissed. I don't even give a fuck. Because we're going our way to another
That
party.
doesn't sound like fun.
No.
That doesn't sound like fun. It's fun. Tell me the fun.
So
It's the best time of your life.
Right now, we're going in the car.
That's New Year's.
At the end of the night, he was like, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
He's a DJ house
So I'm pissed. We're on our way to another party by Red Line something. And we get there, we watch the ball drop, whatever. Typically, I didn't DJ this one, having a good time. So, all right, cool. And then I heard somebody had a gun there. I'm like, well, it's time for us to go. So I told my barber, hey, we leaving. He was like, well, what about them? I was like, fuck them. And we drove off and left the girls at the party. And on our way to the party. So your
How
favorite?
are you?
I am 18-year-old.
Where's the fun?
Anyway, so your favorite part of the story, we go to Wawa and get a rib bowl. I don't know if y'all remember those or not. And get
A Red Bull?
Rib bowl.
Rib. So
Oh, Rib
Like
Bowl.
the McRib.
Oh, I like that.
Well, no, it was actually good. It was good ribs from Wawa at the time. They got rid of it after like 6 months. That shit was great. I guess it was just too expensive. So I got that. So we go to this next party that I'm about to DJ. But it's like maybe 12:30, 1 in the morning at this point. My boy, he's like 16, so he's like,
Time out.
what?
You did a lot for the time of ball drop. You told
Yeah.
2 girls that you're leaving them.
Yeah.
Throw up.
Kill him.
No.
Tell the girls you were leaving them.
I didn't
They
tell
just
them.
left
No,
them.
he's not.
Fuck them. Left them.
Yeah.
Went and had a rib bowl.
Yeah.
And then got to the party and it's
Like 12:30 or 1 o'clock. So it's like an hour.
and a half hour. Yeah.
So but it wasn't that far from the party. So we went to this the third house. We got there, and he was like half asleep. So I look, take a nap. I'm gonna eat my sandwich before we go inside. So I'm eating it, and then as soon as I open the door, all I hear is, yo, fuck him up. I'm like, bro, we just got here. Who's fighting already? They ain't after me. What the fuck's going on? So apparently, this dude I knew from high school, he was there with his boy, his girl, and his boy's girl. Apparently, he hit his girl in the face, and it was a whole bunch of parties, like dudes there. And it was like, nah, you don't do that shit. So they started jumping him. So he scurried out, ran to the car. As he drives to the car, they threw a 4x8 at his tire. The car like swerved a little bit and drove off. I'm walking up. And it's like, hey, what's up, Rashad? I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So go inside. What?
It's fun
Where's
part.
the fun part?
Land the plane.
This is the story.
It's like a C-130, bro.
Like,
I work on them.
You know it's a big motherfucker.
Actually, C5.
C5 with the Hercules and nose by
bitches, 10 houses, 2 bitches, left them,
Wawa,
ate some food,
ribs.
fight, gun. Oh my God.
I'm almost done.
All right.
So we DJ at the party. This so like I said, let's say it was 1 at this point. DJ till like 3 in the morning, and then now I'm like it's a whole bunch of Mexicans and Puerto Ricans there, and it's only one white dude. Everyone else is just that, right? So dude was running security. He comes like, yo, stop the fucking music. Here's my turntable. I'm like, bro, the fuck? You could have just told me to stop instead of hitting my shit. So he's like, where the fuck is Nick? The only white dude there. And I'm like, that's my friend. I'm gonna have to help. I don't like, why are people fighting this whole night? Say, yo, somebody fucked up your car. I'm like, all right, I'd rather that than somebody try to jump him. We go outside. There's a business right across the street from the house. And how it was set up was a car here, like the white rapist van, Nick's car. And you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. When I said that. And another car. So apparently somebody saw this other car, drunk as hell, do like 40 miles per hour, backing into the white rapist van, launched that car into Nick's car. His car is completely totaled. The car next to him just had a fucked up mirror. The girl comes, I was like, my parents are going to kill me. And so I say, bitch, do you not see the Nick's car right here? And then that was the end of the night.
Where was
Where was the fun?
What?
Where's the fun?
None of that sounds fun.
I thought you was gonna say I took over the DJ equipment and was like, step you to
I did from 1 to 3. From 1 to 3.
You didn't
Where was
say
the
that.
fun?
I did.
No.
I
fun.
played back. I played back. So like let's say it was 1 at this point. DJ till like 3 in the morning.
Now, when you say
Never
it was the
said-
most fun, maybe it was the most event filled.
All right, I'll say that.
It wasn't the most fun, bro.
Ain't any fun at
It was
all.
no fun.
Hey,
No
I had
fucking
Fun like a
mad.
4 night of vomit.
Yeah. It was like what, a night of violence, right?
Remember,
Everybody got fighting.
Like
I left the bitches. I got something to eat. Went back to another fight. left there, DJ for a little bit, stepped to the tape.
And that's why it's important
That
to
was
have people
18.
around you.
Hey, that was 18, Rashad.
Yo,
Now-
that's
now
madness, bro.
That was
terrible.
There's nothing that's topped that to this day.
Horrible.
But it does nothing to top.
There's nothing to touch.
Bro.
Memorable.
We can watch the bubbles in this can. You know what that, bro? Bro, I was in the car. I wish somebody hooked up in my bins.
Yeah,
Bruh.
Bro.
This was
They be walking different
2004.
forever.
Hey, it was memorable. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
It was memorable.
man. That's crazy
That's
shit.
fucked
My
Hey.
40th birthday party, we was on a yacht. We rented the yacht in Philadelphia. I was drunk all day with requirement. To get on the boat, you had to do a shot.
Next
So,
week, I'll
we-
tell
we
about
had-
it.
My 16th birthday party.
You're 60, you're 60, bro.
16.
Got
Oh, okay. You got a new
16.
car. You got a new car, didn't you?
No, my dad
Yeah.
rented out. My dad rented out the Pike Creek Fitness Club for me, and we had 100-something people at that party. It was
You were your
every-
dad with them black guys there, huh?
Huh?
You were your dad with them black people.
Nah, we had everybody there, yo. It was, my whole school was there.
So you and your dad with them black people there? The whole
He
was there.
There was this quarter of black people.
Just follows everybody
Kids
away.
got to use the pool.
Oh,
Kids
we ants in the middle.
kids got to use the pool. Kids was in the basketball courts.
That's dope.
The parents had the bar. It was an amazing party. Charging at the door for people that weren't actually invited. That shit was so hot, bro. And then at the end of it, I walk outside. My dad's like, "Here's your new car."
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
Yeah,
"Oh
no.
shit!"
Yeah, we didn't
I
acquire never.
my mom was like, insurance? Fuck that.
So I drove home the day that I got my license. That was the last day I drove until I went to college because insurance went up too high.
Really?
Yeah.
I tried to put my son on my insurance.
Bad idea, bro.
And that shit, they came back with $9 grand for a year.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
Damn.
9,000 for the year.
Hey,
How is that
yo.
even possible?
So,
You live in fucking in the middle of nowhere.
Man, they just trying to get money.
They want to try to agent that insurance agent.
Yeah, I was going to say, what you?
yeah, but that the initial quote with the company I've been with for the last.
Who you with?
Progressive.
Oh,
I'm on I have the Emerald status with Progressive. Been there for, God, 20-something years. And then they came back with that. I said, we got to change. So we just changed over to a positive, like $3 grand for 6 months. But it's
that's
like,
still 6 G's.
I mean, $3 grand sounds more feasible for
I mean,
16.
you know, like, I was already
Oh,
paying.
bro, no, that's 6,000 for the year.
No, 6 or you said down
3,000
G's
for
every 6
3
months.
every 6
Oh,
months.
you said, oh shit.
It's still
3,000
6,000.
for 6
Bro,
months.
that's 500 a
That's still a
month.
lot.
I mean,
that's-
I'm used to paying that.
No, I'm not
Bro.
talking like today
Bro.
for a 16-year-old.
I got an S4 and an AMG.
But you're also 45.
Bro, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, you know
Full
why?
coverage is full
no,
coverage.
I'll tell you why it makes a difference. Because mine right now is 900 for 6 months. When I got my first car, it was like 14, and that was over what 15 years ago.
I mean, you're looking at, what?
Bro, the car
It's
you
a
bought
Lexus.
doesn't cost 6 grand.
yeah, it does. The
What
fuck
you
you
got?
got? A Lexus.
got a Lexus,
This
bro.
motherfucker got a Lexus.
He got like a 2029.
This
Lexus
motherfucker got a
ES490.
Lexus.
And then he's like, oh man, I just sit here and laugh at
That's
myself. Stevie's gonna have a bar raised higher than ever now.
Bro,
Like what?
bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, this kid come in and slap people and
He
shit.
didn't even. He don't even got a beater.
It's used.
It's a
It's
Lexus.
2017
It's
used.
a
He
Lexus.
needs-
They got 20,000 miles on
Yo,
it.
my first car that I had to buy on my own because my parents like, I ain't co-signing shit. My first car that I bought was a 1994 Dodge Shadow, bro.
I had a
Okay,
Supreme.
hold on.
Bro, a 94, and then I had a Ford Taurus.
Hold
But
on.
wait, what year did you buy it in?
Hold on. Too much is given, much is expected.
Okay.
And it
Does he got straight A's?
he's got honor roll.
Does he have straight A's?
My younger son has.
Yeah, we talking
We
about
talking about this over.
we talking about Fred Steve Smalls the third.
Every kid is not going to be a straight A student.
Horseshit.
No.
I agree with that, but that honor roll does not deserve a Lexus.
Okay.
National Honor Society, maybe.
One.
Salutatorian.
One, it was a good deal. Two, I don't like to fix cars. And three, when you're used to that,
You could have got him a Honda Accord, yo.
Yes.
A Honda Civic.
You know
time
how?
out. Time out.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm
I
gonna let
just
you
said I
go.
got a great deal on it. So the Ultima I was looking at was only a couple dollars short, less than that. So it just made sense because he can run that thing in for the next 10 years.
What are you going to?
What is he gonna do?
You gonna fucking trade
Okay,
again?
Manny,
Like, you gonna tell him
hey,
to?
Fred Smalls the second.
What?
How long did you have your first car?
Till I went to college.
For,
2 years.
2 years. Okay, that's not 10 years, sir. That is not 10 years,
I'm not saying he's only gonna have it for 2 years.
Bruh.
sir.
Bruh.
Sir.
What?
5 minutes later.
Yeah, my alternator won't
Minutes
start.
later.
I don't know what happened. You go over there and some water come out and got this.
And you heard me say I don't fix cars, so if something goes wrong on that particular car, you're like,
Expensive.
$3,000 to fix this? We're just gonna trade it in. It
I'm gonna
makes
tell you right
sense
now.
to get you a new car.
If
The next car is gonna be a BMW.
if I didn't own
7
Betsy
Series.
outright, if I didn't own Betsy outright, I wouldn't fucking just put $5,000 in new suspension.
Bro,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that stuff is. I know it's expensive. I mean, you know, shit.
you could have got him a Honda.
Time
No,
out.
no, let me finish.
could've got him
Let me finish.
two
No, let me
Hondas.
finish. You could have got him a brand new Honda, 2021, for maybe 5,000 more, maybe, and the expenses would still be a fraction of what that was.
Lesser insurance too.
And lower car
That-
No, it
insurance.
wouldn't be less insurance. I mapped out an Altima. It wouldn't be less insurance.
No, we said Honda.
Honda
Accord.
We talking about Honda Accord.
Look, first of all,
Safe, efficient.
Altima. I'm a Nissan guy. I like Nissan.
But it's not-
Or Toyotas.
And how's Nissan?
How's it a Lexus? Bro, it's a Toyota.
I mean,
A Lexus is a Toyota.
exactly.
And Toyota's a way less.
It's not a Nissan.
So why you just get a Toyota?
Because like
You just said I like Nissan. No, wait. I like Nissan.
This man
But
ain't even
I'm
driving
a Toyota.
Wait, what are you driving right now?
Yo, Fred's like, my office hours are between.
What are you driving right now? Not Nissan.
I'm driving the Ford
Wait,
Expedition.
but pause. Remember you bought that Nissan, what, 3 years ago? And then after having it for 6 months, it was electrical problems?
Yeah,
Why the fuck do you like Nissan?
because I've had 5 of them.
Well,
Nissan Altimas. I mean Armadas.
Yeah, and then you
I
had
love the
problems.
way they drive.
Did you have problems with all of them?
I don't know, and I only kept them 2 years and then moved them.
My point exactly. The two that you had since I've been here, you had problems with.
I've been driving the same car forever.
I had more problems with my Escalade than I had with that.
That's like, come on, man. Look at what Ludacris put in the song. Look at the oil my Cadillac spills. That's fucking Escalade. Oil spot on the ground. You're leaking oil, bruh. It was in the song.
Listen, man.
Come on, man.
I didn't remember. I wanted an Escalade. That was my car I really wanted. That's the only car.
He was working on it. He heard, "This is how we do." I put lemony doors on my Escalade. So he's like, "Ooh, I want the
What's that?
Escalade."
No. I just think Escalades are tight cars.
Yes,
And I got it, and then I was disappointed when I drove it.
It's tight.
I put lemony
It's
doors on my
fucking tight. It's all-
How come we always end up flaming you on these podcasts, bro?
I don't feel like I get flamed at all.
It's not about what you feel like, it's what the facts are.
I feel good. I feel great.
Oh, man.
Because he has a big ego.
Oh, man.
He's like, I feel great.
Yeah, well, the one thing I did want to ask y'all is, on a serious note, what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
Wendy's.
Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Me too. Wendy's. What do
For
you
me, it just depends on what it is. Like if it's for a burger,
Wendy's.
fucking Five Guys.
Five Guys.
It's I like Five Guys too, but is that really fast food?
Fuck
Yes.
yeah, 7 minutes.
Yes.
I feel like fast food is.
Five Guys is overrated.
Nope.
I like
I
fast.
said
I like
no.
Five Guys.
And the
I
best
do
thing about
Wendy's,
Five
though.
Guys, I can tell them I want and every time they never missed.
Not McDonald's.
Nope.
Hell no.
Hell
I
no.
had McDonald's the other day.
McDonald's
before and after I trained.
McDonald's is instant diarrhea.
2 burgers,
Period,
French
full
fries.
stop.
Yeah, it fucks me up.
The burger melts in your mouth. I
Now
don't know if it's
breakfast.
real.
True story.
You don't chew it. Seriously, you ever have like
Have
a
you seen the test?
cheeseburger?
Did you see them? They put the McDonald's on a plate and left it there for a year.
Yeah.
It never
It
changed.
never changed. It never French fries. But I'm saying when you bite into a McDonald's burger and you know it's not good for you.
It's also.
You bite into it and you're like, and it dissolves. It doesn't like you don't chew
I
it.
would know.
And then you take another bite. Next thing you know, you just he'll stuff the whole burger in his mouth and it's boom gone. He was round 2, and then I'll see him dump the whole thing of fries in and he's drinking. I'm like, "Where's your food?"
I don't know about
I have
that.
to eat. I don't have time to eat, so I just do it.
When I
He
did
does
keto,
that.
When I did keto, right? When I did keto for a while, I literally go to McDonald's, get 7 burgers, throw all the buns away, and just eat all the burgers.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
That's nasty
yeah.
as
So,
shit.
Yo, it was good.
I used to, when I was in the
Tastes
car
good.
business, my breakfast was the same. I'm pretty, whatever I'm eating, that's what I eat. So I used to go to Burger King. 2 sausage egg fish sandwich, 2 French toast sticks,
You call me
3
Dave.
OJs.
French toast sticks are nastiest thing.
I used to fuck them
Just
up.
like cardboard with syrup on it.
And that's a good ass
Fried
cardboard.
fucking dough.
And it worked.
And it sounds, you just,
Yeah, so.
I was in the finance office, sitting back eating, enjoying my sausage, egg, and cheese or something.
If you can eat that stuff and it doesn't
super
come right
sized fries
through,
with a large.
listen to me. If you can eat that stuff and it doesn't come right through you, your diet is fucked up,
All the way.
all the way fucked up.
So,
That is disgusting. If your body can handle that and not just have to go shit right after, you need to change your diet.
facts.
Yeah. So do that test.
Yeah, no. No.
Oh my
No.
god. So.
No.
I eat a lot of cheesesteaks though. Pizza, French fries. I'll do pizza, French fries, and cheesesteaks. I don't know what it is about the three combinations of it, but I gotta have pizza with the cheesesteak, mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, fried onions.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was so
Good.
disappointed. So disappointed. I take my son to get a Wagyu steak, right? It'd be like
From where?
Huh?
From where?
Prime 225. So it'd be best steak you can get, right? You can cut it with
With a spoon.
a fork, right? Yeah. Don't even need a knife, right? So it'd be all amazing and everything. My son, he's loving it. He's like, oh my god, this is so good, so good. I taste something like, this tastes like butter. This is disgusting. Did not like
Cook it
it.
butter.
Huh?
They cook it butter.
No, you don't like the meat is so fatty. It's just
called
like
Flavor Flex,
it
bro.
melts into your mouth, right?
called Flavor Flex.
But it's disgusting. And I felt really upset because I know people pay crazy amounts of money for this stuff. So it can't be disgusting. But when I ate it, I felt like it was disgusting. Like I had this foie gras one time, right?
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting, right? But people, it's like a delicacy, right?
The delicately disgusting.
Oh, disgusting.
Never heard of any of this shit.
Well,
Foie gras.
Walk, walk.
It's duck liver fat, right?
Oh, ew.
But it's like a huge delicacy.
in Far East.
Right. So you go to in Montana and I went to Crazy Cats. I had this, and all I saw was Reuben. That's all I saw. I didn't see Reuben for whatever. I saw Reuben. I'm in this really nice restaurant. I bite into it. And I'm like, oh, am I being punked? Am I being punked?
And he's a
Yo!
crazy cat. So all the pictures on Crazy Cats are cats.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of Crazy Cats before?
No.
So all the paintings in there are all these cats and all these fancy fucking
Yes.
costumes and
Yes.
shit, like Napoleon, George Washington,
Yeah.
as a cat.
As a cat.
Oh, wow.
And he's just quiet, candlelit,
Super quiet.
dim lights.
Real
You
hard
can't
to
even
know
hear
where he's
forks
like-
touching the damn plates,
Yes.
and he yells out.
Are you punked? Am I punked? Oh my god, this is horrible. Ah! The waitress comes over. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, this is not a Reuben. She's like, it's foie gras, sir. I'm like, oh, what the hell is foie gras? What is that? I was like, what is
What
this?
is this?
Oh god, that was so funny. I think that was like one of the first like really nice dinners that I went out with my second wife, and that's when I was like, this is a cool chick, because she never once was embarrassed or anything. She laughed her ass off. This is like, she used to tell that story. Yeah, that was funny as shit. That was funny. Super funny. Oh my god, that was so
That's
funny.
disgusting, bro.
I couldn't believe I ordered that. Like I didn't even know what it was. Like,
Yeah, no.
crazy.
I've had some nasty food though, but yeah. But fast food wise, yeah, I can't do it now. I just draw right on pass.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I'll be trying to do it because you know when you diet, like I remember I did the Chicago Pro, and when I did some shows, I wanted to drive back for one reason, so I could hit all the different food spots on the way back. Right? It just sounded like the appealing thing.
Right.
Until you ride in a car
You got
and your stomach is so bubbly after eating all that
yeah.
stuff. And your kids in the back like that, please stop, don't eat anything else. It smells so
You
bad.
gotta pull over and shit in the bag.
Oh god.
Why are you shitting in the bag?
Oh,
It's
my
open
God.
it out here.
I remember one time we were coming back from, I had just won the Jantana, and we're driving over to Louisiana for vacation, to Texas for vacation. And there was like no bathrooms anywhere. And we stopped in this hole in the wall gas station, and I go in, and it's the nastiest fucking bathroom ever. I'm like, I gotta go so bad. I don't want to do this. I'm like, Oh man, I was like, I had to go in there. I was like, oh, something's gonna crawl up in me. I don't know.
Left in the
You
bottom.
sit on the toilet?
Huh?
You sit up.
Hell no! I was like,
He was hovering.
Oh my god, it was horrible.
Muscle ups on the damn wall.
It was
Ah.
horrible. Oh
I
man,
had those moments.
it's the worst.
Now, what I do miss from going to Baltimore, if you go to any Baltimore threads, like it says, you know you're from Baltimore if, bro, a chicken box.
Chicken box.
See, 5 wings, fried hard with fries, with salt, pepper.
That's
ketchup.
like New York fried though. So.
No.
All right.
Don't insult me like that,
That was
bro.
my fault.
The grease is probably the same grease that was in there when I was a kid. ABC carry out on Greenmount. It's probably the same grease.
Give me some of that throwback chicken.
like the grease that your grandma used to have.
Bruh,
She just been sitting in the pot out all day.
Bruh,
They keep using the
For
same
all week.
shit.
bruh, all week.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm
I'm
telling you
used to
right
this because I
now.
can put my whole hand in there and take the little feet.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Ain't nothing like a salt, pepper, ketchup.
That's funny as shit. Oh my god.
Chicken box, bro, chicken box.
Good shit.
And then we get
I ain't never had
with a
that.
jumbo half and half. So
What's jumbo half now?
it's literally the sugary ass, the most sugarized tea and
Oh, yeah.
lemonade that you can ever find
They mix that shit with their arm.
in the same cup.
Yo,
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. You get diabetes just walking
it
past
don't,
that
even,
motherfucker.
it
bro.
don't even taste like tea no more.
It tastes like Kool-Aid.
It tastes
like
There's
Kool-Aid.
so much sugar in it.
Yeah.
But it is so fucking.
I seen my grandma mix Kool-Aid like that one time. I was like, fuck that.
My cousins used to have that at their house, and I would go over there and be like, "What is this? What is this?
Turn your nose up.
I don't want this. Ew.
See,
this is nasty.
we learned the secret. You gotta mix the sugar with hot water so you get them all dissolved,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
put the Kool-Aid in and mix it up that
Oh,
way.
that what it is.
That way, so you wouldn't know
On
about
the
that.
faucet too.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
look, I would go to my grandma's house. They have that government cheese, which ain't really cheese. Cause you didn't
That was the best cheese.
Yeah.
Bruh, you think the best grilled cheese on earth.
whatever, man. You
That
throw
was the
that
best
cheese.
cheese in
Bruh.
America.
Throw
In that white
shit-
packet?
No,
Bruh.
mine was yellow. You
Yeah, the
throw
white-
it.
it was
you
yellow
throw it-
cheese in a
yes.
white packet.
You throw it in the pan and just look at it. Don't even melt. Just it burn and don't even melt. And you sit there and you're just like, well, just throw that on some bread.
Man.
That's good shit.
Yo, whatever.
Yeah, that was
It's good shit. If you don't have
man.
nothing else. That is some nasty
Bruh.
bullshit right there, man. Holy shit.
It's okay though, bro.
It was-
I get it.
it was-
You're straight out story, bro.
So
It's okay. It's
Gross.
okay. Mister got a car when I was 16. My dad
Yeah,
ran
so
out the
lucky.
whole gym.
He's lucky as shit though. He's like,
Right?
this cheese? Fuck this.
I am not.
I won't
He
eat.
had crab, he had Breyers, fucking yogurt in his refrigerator. We eat the shit that great value yogurt.
Great value, right?
I didn't even know, like, when you see like the non-name brand stuff and you see like the no frill stuff, right? I didn't even know what that was.
See, he didn't
I
have,
know that was
he
my
didn't have
mom.
Captain Crunch. He had Crunchy Captain.
I would literally, I'd be like,
Shit,
Mom,
we had crunchy cat meat.
I would say something like, Mom, what's that? She's like, we don't buy stuff like
We don't like.
Yo,
that.
that's
Stuff like that. Shit, I got my own kids. I know what.
We had sugar smacks, we had sugar box.
Right?
I got my own kids. I know what. I said, shit. I remember before I had kids, I was shopping at Kohl's and shit. I got kids. I shopped at Kohl's real quick. Real quick.
Something wrong with Coles.
Bro,
I-
so
Yeah,
cool. They
exactly.
got
I got
rock
Coles
bro. What
cash.
are you talking about, Johnny? They
Coles
got
cash.
rock
Let you go to Bros and Co Factory. How
Bro,
about that?
listen, look, what you say?
TJ Maxx?
He's like, what is
Bros and Co
that?
Factory.
Oh, yo. So when I was
Exactly.
super broke, right? That's when I learned about Burns and Coat Factory. Right? You go there, get Ann Klein for like the same price you get whatever, right? Tech Gear, you get the same thing. You can get Calvin Klein for the same price you get Tech Gear at Kohl's, right? And I'm like, oh shit. So then my wife at the time thinking we bad, and she got Ann Klein and whatever Calvin Klein, whatever name brand shit there is, and then she had to take it back one day. I was like, I'll take it back for you. She's like, she was so pissed when they said, oh, this is only $16.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was so mad. I was like, well, I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry. I was trying to, shit.
Don't find out about Marshalls or TJ Maxx.
Right, it's a wrap.
What?
They got Gucci and TJ Maxx now,
That's some
bro.
Gucci shit. Put that shit
I
on.
didn't even know about,
Tags on sideways.
yeah, like
Yes.
if you have patience, you can find a lot of good stuff at those stores.
course.
If you want some sneaks, some dope ass sneaks, only problem is though they're like 5 sizes bigger than what
Buying
you
sneaks?
like. I like these.
I have never seen a nice
Penny Hardaway, they got Penny Hardaways in there one time. I was in TJ
I
Maxx.
have never seen
I was
a nice
mad
pair
as
of
shit. It was a
sneaks.
size 19.
I have
I was
never
like,
seen a
what
nice
the
pair
fuck?
of sneaks in TJ Maxx.
They're like size 19s and up though.
Yeah, they got the,
Yeah,
they
that's
got
where I had to go. You know what, 15? Because I couldn't get them from anywhere else.
Yeah,
Under Armour outlet.
Exactly, I had a choice. That's
the
the only
sneakers
place.
this big.
I got little feet. I only got 11
Like
and a half.
fuck it. And then you got there to try one and said, these ain't really that bad. Fucking sneakers from here to here.
Yeah.
Hills hanging out. I mean, you ain't never do that.
No.
With
course
your
not.
socks. With your socks, you ever that?
No. What?
Why not, bro?
By what?
I mean,
What are you talking about?
so pay $89.99 for some Penny Hardaways, or
What?
$500 for some pennies.
Well, first of all, I was never into Penny Hardaway anything.
I'm just saying. Well, I'll just use that as an example.
Okay. And
You know why he used to wear? You know what he used to wear? Yeah. Sperry's, yo.
Sperry's.
Sperry's. What's that?
I don't know.
Sperry's, bro.
What is that?
Boat shoes, yo. He used to wear Sperry's.
Oh, he had on the
Sperry
boat
docksiders.
I
yo.
do- I-
See, I told you. I told you.
Socks off.
Yeah.
Socks off,
Definitely
bruh.
rock
Ashy
socks.
ass ankles, bruh.
Let's see this shit though. If you have on some like dress pants where the ankles are out, what's some of those?
Well, first of all,
Crop pants,
He's
right?
like, man, fuck this.
Well, the first
Big as
time
he is.
by the time I started wearing dress clothes and stuff like that, I'd already started lifting. So the days of just buying something off the rack was kind of gone. It's kind of gone. So, you know, but yeah, my store growing up, you know, I'm dating myself, was Oak Tree,
Fuck is that?
Living Color,
Cross colors.
Cross Colors.
Cross Colors,
That's what they say in the show.
Merry-Go-Round,
Troop.
Merry-Go-Round.
Merry-go-round.
There's that dollar store, Jim's
Troop.
store.
Merry-Go-Round,
Troop.
yeah. So all those clothes that you know, MC Hammer and all them people.
Oh yeah, we did that. We went to Cowtown for that shit though. We had our bodybuilding pants. My dad was like, "These are fucking
Parachute pants.
Macho Man Randy Savage parachute pants." And we up there doing the typewriter and shit. Like, oh, this is MC Hammer shit.
Yeah. But let's give the people something to value before we leave this week.
Definitely. Never eat yellow snow.
Yeah,
That's valuable information, bro.
just pissed in it.
That's very, very valuable information. Never eat yellow snow.
You might think it's lemonade.
We ain't got no snow.
That is
Bro, don't say that out loud.
Got no snow this year at all.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
That little
You
flirt.
like snow, right?
That's like the cold. I don't like snow.
I don't like.
I overheat.
I used to like snow until
You have to drive.
no, until I saw how much it affected the business. Snow just kills a person training business.
That's why you get monthly subscription, bro.
And barbering. Nobody wants to get a haircut.
Monthly subscription.
Snowed in, ain't nowhere to go, so we just gonna chill.
Yes,
There's that.
Yeah.
monthly subscription does help tremendously. But at the time, years
Didn't
ago,
know.
I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know. So we didn't do that. But yes, now we do subscription. But subscription's great. It is great. As long as you clearly define and have your people sign that you can transfer one over, but if you miss a bunch of them, you just miss a bunch of them.
I don't. Your time is your time. I'll schedule you on this day for this time. I will not be late. I will be on time. If you're late, that comes out of your clock.
Yeah.
If I have time afterwards, then I'll stay and we'll make it up. But if not, your time is your time. There's two things in the road you can't get back. Only two. Time and what you say.
Yeah.
Because once you said it,
Once
you
you say
said
it's out
it.
there, it's out there.
And once the time is gone, it ain't coming back. Time does not respect you. So your time is what you have. That's it. And my other important thing to say, sign up for the Renaissance Transformation content. Sign up for that, please. Sign up. I
Gonna
want
love
to
it.
see you
Yeah.
there with the fit body seeing Queen Bee.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. So, well, thank you, G, for another great episode. Laughton, Rashad, thank you for another wild, wild story. My man Walter.
Party time right there, baby.
Good stuff, baby.
Party
Good
time.
stuff. So, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Big Classic Podcast. We had some fun today. If you had some fun with us, like, subscribe,
Leave a comment.
leave a comment. Please let us know what you want to hear. Give us information on what's important to you. We'll address it. So, have a great week. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.
Peace.